Imagine you're walking your kids to school, standing in line at the grocery store, or taking the bus home from work. And right beside you could be someone the government already knows is a convicted foreign criminal, a war criminal, even a severe national security threat. But they're not being deported. They're not even being tracked down. They're just here, living in Canada, because the Liberals have decided, literally, that they can't be bothered to do anything about it.
This government is committed to reforming the criminal code to ensure that organized crime, gang crime, crime with handguns, home invasions, auto theft, that the individuals who participate in those crimes pay the price they should with consecutive sentencing, that they are not in a position where they commit a crime one day and they're arrested and then out on bail the next. So bail reform being at the heart of it. We're committed to having more officers at our border, 1,000 more border agents, more RCMP, committed to working more closely with the provinces.
You want to know what's really going on inside Canada's immigration system? Well, I've got the numbers and they are not pretty. The Canada Border Services Agency, the CBSA, the people supposedly tasked with keeping our borders secure, has a running list of foreign nationals they've deemed too dangerous, too criminal, or too compromised by human rights violations to stay in this country. And what are they doing with them? Well, in many cases, absolutely nothing. Let's look at 2025 so far up to mid-June. According to this order paper response, there are 141 foreign criminals that CBSA admits they simply aren't deporting. Add that to the 5 known human rights violators, people who, under any sane system, should never have set foot in Canada, and another 5 foreigners who are listed as national security threats. These aren't people with paperwork errors. These are the worst of the worst. And the Liberal government, well, they're just letting them stay. It gets worse, though. The government has actually paused efforts to deport another 212 foreign criminals. That means they're here in limbo while the bureaucracy just shrugs. Then there are another 18 criminals who are literally marked as wanted, as in they're on the run in Canada, but the government hasn't found them. Meanwhile, CBSA is trying to deport another 155 more criminals, 8 human rights violators, and 7 national security threats. Trying, but not succeeding. But at least in these instances, they're still trying. So let's tally this up. In just 6 months of 2025, we've got hundreds of foreign criminals and bad actors, from gangsters to war criminals to terror suspects, walking free in Canada because this government either can't or won't get the job done. It's the same story year after year. Long inventories, endless excuses about appeals, travel documents, and logistics hurdles. But the bottom line is, if Canada won't remove people it admits are dangerous, then public safety is just a slogan, not a policy. The Liberals keep promising that more funding and more plans are on the way to boost removals. But here's the hard truth. The only thing they're boosting is the inventory of dangerous people who should have been put on a plane out of this country years ago. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. According to the government's own records, they have terrorists and terrorist supporters loose in the country, and they really can't be bothered to get rid of them. If you agree with me that people who support a dangerous terror organization like Hamas but are not Canadian citizens have no right to be here, sign our petition at deporthamas.com.